Yeah, good day. Welcome to Multinet Design. This is another project entirely, and we titled this project Mainoo House Design. The reason why it's been titled Mainoo House Design is because the client called upon me to design a duplex for him for something of fantastic. So he sent a picture. That is why I call it Mainoo. So I'm going to show you the exact picture he sent. So you send this particular picture. Actually, I've done this whole project for him. So I walked through the elevation to arrive this complete building. So the same method I used to achieve that I want to teach those who are following this channel, and so that they'll be able to understand what to do. So every feature of this was created and everything was managed accurately for the same project. So that is why it's titled a minor project. So that is what we are going to work on from this particular moment. So but before then, I want to encourage you to, if you have never been watching any of our video before, or you have never seen anything like channel, what you just need to do when you enter into YouTube, just click on Multinet Design. We are going to see Multinet Media Modeling. Just type complete Multinet Design and this page will come for you. So you can see most of our latest design. So you subscribe to our channel, keep watching most of them. If you want to watch from the beginning, from when we start, like 1 year ago when we are making videos, you can imagine. So it was exact 2 years that the first video was created on this channel. So the remaining one after then is one year ago that we started doing fantastic way, and we have gotten more than 7. You can imagine the total number of video we have. Over 770 video have been created on this channel. So a lot of things, different hotels have been created. You can imagine how to do the duplex, hotel design, bungalow, different kind of sustainable mansion and things like that. So how you can create a different style of project to have been analyzed. So this is commercial building and things like that, interior design and making use of every kind of, so all the complexes of roofs, different kind of things have been done on this channel. So all you just need to do is sign up to this channel, keep watching all our projects, and you can continue to. So the most important thing is that share with us, like, at the same time subscribe for the sustainability. So thanks for that. So let us go to the order of the day, which is the project that we are about to start. So we are beginning by creating this. So if you have a template, I have already got my own. This is my personal template that I'm using for my project. So I'm going to start creating things by starting with the wall. The reason why you start with the wall is the main thing you want to see is the building. So when you have the line of size, which is said that okay, the size of the land is like this, you can decide to say, okay, let me start by creating the elevation first. Let me test whether what I'm about to do is true or not. So that's why I'm using my wall to create that. So I'm getting this particular wall that I've already done. So I'm creating it down, just draw it like this. Now it gave me the size of land, which is what 9 meter by 36 meter, which is normal size of plant in Lekki, Lagos, that we want to do. So that is a half plot of land, a narrow kind of site that we. So I want to draw that site by using detailed line to do that for now. So I'm selecting rectangle and I'm going to put it here now. So for the breadth, it's going to be 9 meter, where the length, so then let me delete this first. Why the length is going to be 32 meter. Good. So standard has been, 36 meter is what he gave me. Just is 18 by 36 plot. So 36,000. So 36,000 mm. So you can imagine the narrow land it gives. So now I want to do all this design there and have a swimming pool, parking and every other thing, but it's going to be just a 3-bedroom duplex, 3 room up and 1 room, 4-bedroom duplex, 3 room up and 1 room down. So start the project completely. Let's move. So this is the guide for that particular. So before then I will later draw my property line. So but let us go to the main building and start doing something that is necessary. So the first thing you need to do is to get a what is the setback from the wall. So because of this is not a complete plot of land, the setback according to the rules is there is just like 1 meter, 1.2 meter. So you take a 1.2 meter offset from here and check it, and then you draw. So from here now, you from the back, because of the swimming pool issue and every other thing, so you can just have like a 6 meter to sustain. In other words, your building starts from here. So you take this one again, very important, 1.2 meter to be precise. So this one I'll go for you. So what I need to do now is that I want to now create my own space for a building. So the building is going to occupy something of this nature or bigger. So I'm not going to start my design from the back, I'm going to start from this front. So I have given myself a guide of the space that I want to use to do whatsoever I want to do. So according to what I'm seeing here, I want to work with the elevation to derive the plan. So my attention is going to be focused on how I'm going to get this front side accurately, then before I decide to bring whatsoever that will be within to be existing. So what I do, I go back to my Revit file. So I need to calculate everything accordingly. What is the size of the veranda according to what I'm seeing? At least 1.8, because the size are not given, just got the picture at random from the internet and sent to me. So okay, let me design this one, I need this, so I have to do it. So now say wall of this is 128, so I'm going to use 1.8 to do this first. If it's not, then I will begin to adjust. So that is the method of adjusting, method of creating a holistic design. So this is a veranda like 1.3 by this, which is okay. So you draw this one within again. So from here now you look at 2.4. So I'm going to be explaining those space for you, how those places are going to work. So here it's another one, you put it here. So now when you have this in place, what you need to do, for let me off the shadow, I don't need it. So here I'm having the issue with this. I'm going to be working with the space size and everything. You know what I did? I need to create my anti-room, then the same time continue to create my guest room. So all these things are very important when I'm doing what I'm doing. So I want to put this anti-room in place. Let's say 1400, enter. So this is the entrance porch. My anteroom is now going to be 1800. Let me see how far it goes. So I have a rule which is this. I think it's okay like that. So draw this line to push it in, then replicate the line again by joining it to this one. So bringing this, I create this. So my anteroom is set. Then what else do I need to do is my room to be in place. So I've set this one up, so I have to work with the elevation now to know what I'm doing and what I'm not doing. So here I will create this by selecting break it off. So I have this in place. If the length of this is not okay, I need to work on it. So check it out, 1600. I want it to be like 2000. So I'm going to save this in, then say move, add 400 to hit, type 400 and say enter. Say okay, everything is going to move in. So you have this sustains in that position. Okay, we are selecting this and getting it done one after the other. So that is how you sustain for this kind of design of a building when you have a narrow land like this. So you need to be thinking physically on what to do next and what not to do. So I'm selecting this. This is my guest room. So what am I doing here now is that I'm going to create a space where this elevation mark will be. So let me show you what I'm going to do now. I want to work on this. I've gotten this out and I want to create this particular side. So let's move there and do the needful. So as we have done here, what else do we need to do? Sorry. So what we're doing here now is that we start projecting this after the further. So I'm creating this wall, so create similar. So from there, you select from here 120, take it in. I think 600 or 700 will be done. So you create another one, share the two. So if it's sustainable enough, you have it placed in. So how do you do that? Now you need to work physically on this. So break them into pieces. Create. So move them like this. Good. So what you need next is that you need to give them a complete sizable space to work with. Good. So from here, shift this up to the side and arrange this one to the side as well. So they're going to be a challenge, but just let it be 300. It's a fixed door or fixed window. So this one let it be 300 as well. Sorry. So what we have here is that from here to here is 5, from here to here is 560. Okay, if that should be the case, what you just need to do is to arrange this, let it be 560 or true. So how do you do that? Move this. This is 300, right? So move this one and click 560. So they share equal position. So you move this one and click 300. I think that is done. So but this one is too long, so you can't leave it this way. So you check it to be something like a proper cantilever aspect. So click here and change this one to 500. Then align everything to that wall. Sorry. So the font is being glossy. So delete all this temporary design. So the front is stable and everything is sustainable. So anteroom, from here you enter into the anteroom and everything is set. So now we want to design the most essential part of inside the room. So click here, bring this one into space, divide it. Then the next thing to do is that this is the creative living room, and at the same time we work maybe on dining and whatsoever we want to work on. So one thing about this building is that the position of staircase gave me a lot of issue when I was designing it, but it does not matter. I'm going to give you the clear cue on how I was able to do it conveniently. I was able to do it conveniently on this page. So what do you do is that this is a living room that we have already created. So the next thing we want to do is the position of the stair. So but before then, if your room is too tiny, so you check the size. This is 4,000, so I'm going to increase it to 5,000. It's a bigger something. So 5,000 by 6,002. Now 6,002 because this part of it is going to contain a toilet for this guest room. So we are starting from here and shifting it inside. So this is where the toilet of this guest will be, because it can occupy, this is 3 meters, so the toilet cannot occupy any space within this space anymore. So how do we do? The next thing we do is that we have our dining space, but before we get our dining, we have to define this space accurately so that we know what to do. The first thing is that because the staircase position is something that want to be seen directly from the living room, so you click here and then give this space for the for the staircase. So you are going to divide this thing into what, 3. Good. So how do we get it into equal half? So you look at the trick here, you click on measurement, so you're going to click in center line of each wall. No, sorry, control search. So start from beginning. Center line of each wall is what you are going to select. Then select the center line, zoom. So what you do, press equal to adjust itself. So that is it. So this one will sustain it for you. You cannot decide. Yes, okay. So you cannot decide to work on what is the base. That's 2 meter, and then 2 meter equally or 2. You see, imagine. So this is it. So for the 2 meter, we are going to work on certain things here. Now we have the dining, which is this. So we are going to sort in some of this space because the staircase is something that the family want to be using. So it's not a general one that will say okay, it should be 3 feet wide. So what we do here is that we are going to reduce the size of the stair. So from this side, we are going to add, let's say we are adding this one to 2200. Press enter. No, sorry. So let the equality be removed. So 2200. Press enter. So do the same thing here too. 2200. Press enter. Good. So a man sees, so 8800 will be okay for the side of the. So as we are done with this one, so let us move to, so one side will be of a kitchen, which is what you click. Stay from here. Kitchen is just going to be a very white something. So one side will be of a kitchen, which you click and draw it down. Good. So from here you can calculate what else do we have, is 4.2, which is okay, I think. So the next thing we need to do is to work with the storage and gym terrace and whatsoever that need to be done. So click here and say click. So you will bring to the back and draw them here. So here is what we have for the storage. Then you go to the back and create a gym system. Then close this one down. So what do we do next? To trim the unwanted area, and this is what we have as a foundation laying for the Mainoo building that we have. So to make it more sustainable, we need to now work individually on each and every one of the set by pitching. So don't go anywhere, stay with us and watch us as we are progressing in developing this. So select everything here on instance and delete it. So as I've said, if you are not being a part of our development, just click and be a good member by subscribing to this channel. It's very important for the sustainability of our channel. So I'm going to create a floor slab here using line to do the work. So all the area that I'm not interested in, I will delete them off. So you work with the details of everything you are doing. So trim all at once. Trim all at once. So click finish to know whether it's sustainable. So here I'm going to change this one, just adjust it, because this is just like an the sake of a veranda to this position. So that's it for this point. Now, so we have this one. Let us now put the doors in place and see how they will be staying. So the door 900 by is what I want to use first. So I'm going to click a single flush door. I did the profile whether it work. So change this to 900 and then 2100. So it's stable. So for all the entrance that require such door, you put them there. So this entrance door is not needed. I'm going to put the main entrance door into space. So good. So this is for the and this one is for the toilets. This is for the kitchen. Let's have this space because the kitchen is going to be linked to this. This is for the kitchen and this is for the dining. So dining has its own door here, and at the same time it's an open space that can contain. I'm going to explain certain things for you when we progress. So this is the door for the store, and then we have gym that go from inside but mainly from outside. So whatsoever you are doing, go from outside. So this stair, the dining just have exits. So you can go outside from dining and walking from here to your gym and do whatsoever you want to. There's no direct link from here to that place. So that is the functional activities of that level. So the next thing we create the door again. Press door. So the door, which is the double door. So you're going to open the double door here. Check the dimension of what you have, 2000 by 12, which is okay. So you put the door here, press escape. So you remove this one particular one too and put the same thing. It's going to be here as well. Good. So I am done with what I need to do at this junction. So I'm breaking this into two, split it now. When you split this, you'll be able to recess it and adjust. So adjust this one, then adjust this one. So if you're done with this now, then put it in a proper space. Save this one. So I've not created anything for it. So go back there. Let me save it to the file of Mainoo building. So I'm calling it Mainoo house. So that's it. Save your work. Always remember to do so. So Mainoo house has been saved and sustainable and consistency progressively develop. So when you have this in place now, you can continue to work on various aspects of. So when we have the all opening, which is the door, so you align them to wall. So change the flip the way it opens. Align everything to wall. Then align everything to wall. So you can see the way it flows and flip it again. So now I only want the toilet at the ground floor, which is okay and sustainable for me. But for the gym, if people working on this one, they want to use this something, so I'm going to create a complete toilet for this part as well. So I'm using this space for certain function. So click here and say duplicate this and call it toilet door. The duplicate you should do not. So you now change the width. It's only what you need to do by changing the width to 750. It's a normal standard. So this one will be reduced. Align it to wall. You can bring it outside if there is something that you need to think of again. So 1002 is a little bit small. Use 13. Let there be a little bit of space so that it contains some certain things you need to do. Flip it outside so that it's only the best space that are going to be functioning in this particular room because it belongs to guests. So now what we do here is that let this open inside this flip. Those are the arrangement that you need to put in place. Technically they are very important. So that is the, so you extend this one, you do the boundary. Delete it. Say finish. Good for you. So I'm done with this. Then the next toilet is, sorry that I did not have, I did not put entrance to the visitor toilet. Good. So these are the orientation of the design that we are making about the minor house. So now let us put template where template is supposed to be. So click here and components, select the component and begin to search for what you need to search for. The first is the solver. Bring the solver here. So let me have something to cheer up for. So what I'm doing, press this, place it here. You can change the position or the direction. So what we do here is change the direction of this. Click mirror, dot copy. So let it face this other way. So adjust it and adjust. So it can be like this, or any way that you know that is suitable for you, or change the direction whatsoever. So for now this is where it's going to be. We are not doing any interior activities for this, just a base direct drawing for the sustainability. So we're done with this. So pick another component, sorry, set up another component and go back to, then select WC. You can put WC. These are the minor things that bring the details to for a building. So select WC like that and put it here. So it depends. So put it there like that. Then what else do you need to do? You say, sorry, W16 needs to be somewhere here again. So this is the kitchen. Click on component, check whether you have a kitchen component or something that can sustain it here. If there is none, progress with what you are doing. So I don't think there's anything for kitchen purpose here. So select the dining. So put the dining where here, it is okay. So what are doing it here again? So what we need here now is the, click on components again. Then you need to pick a bed for a small bed, size bed. Okay, I just click on size bed. I don't think this one is sustainable because it's a little bit big. So click here and go and select from, let me load from a project that I have here on my desktop, and I have matrix M. No, what is it doing? So on my helm, which is matrix load, so I'm going to go to furniture, the furniture, bed and sofa. So I think this bed is okay for me. Open it and it will be done. So its earlier version is 2029, like I've said before. So most of my something I keep them, so you can put your bed anywhere you feel like you are putting it. So I'm going to put the bed here. So I'm going to using this side for my wardrobe. So that is how the design is being done. So I think we are getting everything one after the other. The Gmail function and every other thing, going to get to specialist and make use of them. Let me check whether I still have them, please. So matrix. So go to silver, matrix, entourage, generic, specialists, special equipment, domestic, glass, fire. I don't think this one sustainable. Equipment specialist, cutlery, meter, sign, domestic, class, exercise equipment. Good. So go to give at least stationary bike and then treadmill. You can make use of the two. Open them. So I'm putting one at this side. This is the treadmill. Then the second one, which is stationary back, I'll search for it and bring it in. So where is the stationary back? So exercise. So you put it here as well. Good for whatsoever that we need to do. This is the gym side. So now the kitchen side components, you can load the kitchen if you have it too. Let me see. I think I can have one matrix. There's a structure sustainable specialist. I think equipment and specialist to be there. Cutlery, domestic. I think to have kitchenette somewhere here. You have your microwave and every other things, but that one is not there. Don't know where I keep them anymore. But don't worry, we just like we can't continue with this and search for something. Modeling building, plumbing, kitchen equipment, lighting, generic plumbing, profile. Okay, let me see plumbing. Okay, let us waste time on what is not necessary for now. So if you have the component, you can do that. When I check it again, if I have it, I will get it done. So you can just use annotation to do that, and so that you won't be giving yourself a lot of stress. So this one is done for the cabinet. Just pick and just draw quick. So for the sink and every other thing, you can do something quicker by using your own idea of drawing. So just divide them like that. Give them the vision of line in that way. So let's use this one as our sink. So you put the sink like doing the type, just do it this way. So you put the circle hole. You can get a kitchen sink from component as well and do so. I think I have made tutorials on where each site you can download some of those things you need to do. If you really want to be doing interior, this thing will definitely help you so that you will not be able to wasting your time. So you get this template done and make use of them. So for the gas cooker, you can do something like this. Just annotate so that it look more realistic. So burners, you put a burner somewhere. This is representation. So you don't need to complete total holding perfection on that level. So you do this. So good for it. That is the kitchen for you. So now what you need to do now is to let's quickly put a window into where window is supposed to be. So when we start, click here. You don't need special window. Those are just a complete fixed window that you need to do. So I'm selecting window, any kind of window you can select for. Let's choose for the toilet. Increase the height to 2100. So let all the toilets has their window being placed where they're supposed to be. So the toilets are here. So good for its sustainability. Now let me work on the elevation, door of elevation. So I'm using this one, edit it. So 1800 by what? By 300 first. So I want to use that on this point. So what I need to do is to change the height to 2200. So I give me what I need. So here as I stamp it here, stamp this one here as well. It's not finished, so I'm going to go to not editing the profile. Choose another one, which is what? This one. So this one too, you go back there and go and change the format. So this one is 600 by width, then 1500 by height. It's a long window, 2200. So put it here. You're going to be in two places. You can decide to change the size on your phone tomorrow. It depends on what you are doing. So you put 2 here, then go back, go to that here and put 2. The reason why the space are there, I'm going to give you very exclusive. So I'm going to do this one here as well. So the dining side, 1 here and then 1 here. So the kitchen, we not use the same window. The gym are going to maintain the same thing. The gym is just like opening a lot of windows to be there because it's an exercise area. So I think we are sustainable with doing with that one. So what do we need to do is to annotate the whole space and give them the name, the labeling size. So I'm going to start by doing that. I did this now. You know my font size is techniques, so technique I'm using. So I'm starting here by creating this. This is anti. Good for you. The next is this one is the entrance porch. Entrance porch. Break it into 2. Break it down. Anti as well. Break it down. Press escape. Double click. Break it down. So you can copy. So that you just click and edit, 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 click on edit. So what we do here is that until we call this one guest room, okay, this one room, highlight it, delete, call it living room. Good. This one, call it dining. Dining. Good. And this one you call it what? Kitchen. Control A. Kitchen. And this one you call it, so this one you call it Control A. You need to call this store. Why this one you call it what? Control A, call it gym. Good. So and this you call it what? Control A and you call it terrace. So that's our access and every other thing that you need to do for this particular project. I think this is sustainable well enough, and the arrangement is so solidified. So you can check through the arrangement again. If it's suitable for you, make use of it. If it's not, then you decide to work on. So this is what you can be able to do in this particular tutorial. So the next tutorial will work on the next step, what we need to do about the step, how we create the upper floor, the arrangement that will be sustained in the upper floor, and how the upper floor rooms looks like, and things like that to be exercised. So thanks for watching.